Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nazura binti Iskandar and behind the camera is
Nurdana binti Kamaruzaman.
and today we are at Siti Budi Secondary School. So here is a Islamic based school where they have a lot of Islamic subjects and also activities that is related to Islam like Arabic, Young Life and things such as that. So here the purpose of why we are here right now is that we want to investigate the integration of all these subjects into the students' daily life. Right. Next, we are going to go into the school, the classes I mean, and we're going to observe what is going on in class. And also afterwards, we are going to interview the teachers to see what they have to say about the integration that is going on within, the school syllabus, the classes, and the subjects.
So this is the vision as well as the mission of the school. So the vision of the school is to be the world's leading provider of balanced and quality Islamic education. So one of the missions are to be excellence in first, conviction of Iman. Second, moral and conduct. Third, academic. Fourth, extracurricular. Five, Quran and Tahfiz. Six, languages and cultural diversity. And finally, social and environmental responsibilities. So here they are.
I'm talking about the activities that they have at school. So the first activity that they have is the English week, which is you have to speak of only English words in that whole week itself. Okay, so they have some sort of activities that they have for spelling bee, which is for the form 1 till form 3. They have public speaking for the upper form and the lower form. They have both. So the next one is poetry competition for the upper form as well as the lower form. And poster design, which is only for form 1 to form 3. Okay, next is that they have Bahasa Wahana. If I'm not mistaken, this is the week where they can speak Malay for one whole week. So they have the bercerita competition, which is only for form 1s. They have pengembaraan bahasa, which is for form 3, as well as paparan slate, Komsas. Okay, and now this is the difference between this school and other schools that we know, is that this school has an Arabic language month. In that month, they have a few activities lined up, which is first, the khat. Second, kalam jama'i, if I'm correct. Next is the dialogue, where they have to do it in Arab itself. Nasheed, quiz, treasure hunt, and lastly, spell it right. So these are the activities that they will do periodically throughout the year, starting with either English, Bahasa Melayu, or Arabic. Now that's all. Thank you.
This is Ustaz Firdaus. He is teaching the class 1 Ghazali and he is teaching the subject Islamic Studies. So, Assalamualaikum Ustaz, how are you?
Waalaikumsalam, alhamdulillah, fine.
Okay, so the purpose of this interview is to find the integration between the subject that you are teaching to the daily lives of the student.
Okay.
So, I would like to ask you that we know that Quran is the words of God and is very important, but how important is it to the student?
Okay. Al-Quran is the word of God. So Al-Quran is guidance for students to practice Islamic value in their lives. So that when they know the word of Allah, so they know what is wrong, what to do in their life.
Oh, I see. That is a very beautiful concept. And also, it is very in line with the vision and mission of the school,
Yes,
right?
this is in line in vision and mission of school, because our school is not only important about the education, but also important about the Islamic value in students' daily life. So, students excellent in education and also excellent in values in their life.
The Islamic
values in
yeah.
their life. Yeah.
Because I recall that Quran and Hafiz is very important in the mission of the school,
Yes,
right?
yes, very important, yeah.
But how would you say the students progress in memorizing the Quran? Is there any difficulties?
Okay, yes, they can memorize easily because the word of Allah is easily for them to memorize, because they are students. They are not adults who have think many things in their life. So their students just study and memorize the Quran. So then I see that students who memorize the Quran, they can excellent in education. Alhamdulillah, they have a proof about that.
I see. It's probably because when you learn about the Quran, you have kind of like barakah from
Yeah,
God.
then when they memorize Al-Quran, they get the reward from Allah, which is pahala, and also they get the barakah from Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala for them to easily in their studies another field.
So Islamic studies over here is very different to the Islamic studies that we have in normal school, you would
Okay,
say?
yes.
Correct? But what is the great difference you would say between the two Islamic subjects that these two schools have compared to this school, to the other school?
Okay, baik. Different between this school and the other school, because this Islamic studies in this school is not in the class. Also, just we go to the musalla, and also they have a practical way. For example, on the topic of wudu, okay, so the teachers give the theory what about the wudu, what is the content about that. C, we look at the teachers, and then teacher will look at the student one by one.
Oh, whether it's correct or not.
Yes, or correct or not. There is, we call it tarsia. Tarsia, yes, we make a puzzle. They have a software about it, so we type this question and the answer, and we print it, we cut it, and then we give to the student, and the student will search the answer, the question and search the answer, and so they can make a puzzle. Focus about the subject, and then students say that they enjoy the teaching with this way. There's a difference that the teachers search the way to make the Islamic studies become entertaining when we teach it to the students.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very nice. Because back in my day, it was just there's teacher and there's student,
Yes,
and
yes.
there's a lecture in between, and
Yes.
nothing more. Yeah, it's good to know that there are puzzles and things like that. And I've also heard that you don't only confine the student in class, but also outside.
Yeah, because we not also in the class, but when after Zuhur, we give the tazkirah or remember to the students about
tazkirah.
Yes, tazkirah after Zuhur. Tazkirah, so they remember what's wrong, what's good in their life. So then after Zuhur, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there will be a tazkirah from Ustaz to remember their students. What is the good deeds, what are the wrong deeds.
And also, I would like to add is that this school has tazkirah and Islamic values instilled in the students from morning.
Yeah,
to
okay,
evening.
yes. Students will selawat. Selawat Badriyah before they start their teaching, their learning in the class. Selawat Badriyah, they will recite the doa, and then they will enter the class and start the learning process. Oh, not students, but teachers also. The teacher also gathering with the students, and they will selawat Badriyah together with the students, and they will also recite the doa with the students. Alhamdulillah, is a good environment. There also, I will say that this school also have the program related to the Islamic important dates. For example, Isra Mi'raj. They will have a program. They will invite the other speakers to give the lectures to the students. Alhamdulillah, is very good. Although it's not an Islamic school, but they have Islamic values in this school. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, that is so beautiful, Ustaz. Thank you so much
Alhamdulillah.
for letting us interview you. Our video would not be the same without your contribution. Thank you so much for your participation, Ustaz.
Bagi siapa yang sabar, mereka berjaya mengharungi ujian Allah. Faham? Bermaksud orang yang bersabar dengan ujian ni, dia beriman dengan Allah. Dia yakin ujian itu datang dari Allah dan ada hikmahnya. Apa maksud hikmah? Kelebihannya. Ada benda yang benda yang hebat kita akan dapat jika kita berjaya mengharungi. Bunyi kan? Jadi kau cikgu mesti apa? Berani, tegas, semangat, kan? Betul tak? Tak malu, betul? Cikgu pun tak malu. Cikgu pun kadang-kadang boleh jadi apa? Lawak. Cikgu kadang-kadang boleh jadi apa? Larang. Jadi ustaz. Betul tak? Jadi nasihat kat awak. Betul tak? Itu yang dinamakan berwatak. Kan? Betul kan tak?
Okay, so the clip previously was us being in a BM classroom, Bahasa Melayu, and the students are learning about novels and characters, and these are the kind of things that is very important for worldly matters. So we're at the canteen right now. As you can see behind me is a curtain or a partition. So this divides the girls and the boys. So when they're eating, they have their own privacy, so they're not mixing. And they also have swimming classes. Is it classes?
Yeah, they have a indoor swimming pool, and they have different days for when boys and girls get to swim. Like girls on Wednesday, boys on Thursday.
Oh, that's cool.
Right? So before we end the video, I have one fun fact to share with you all, which is the fact that this school has Qiyamulai, which is done in the early of the year and as well during the Ramadan period. So this practice is the same as the one that we have in UIA, which is the Camp Ibadah, where we have to stay over the night before we did the Qiyamulai and do various activities on the day itself. Okay, so now it's time to end the video, and I would like to say thank you so much to the school authorities for having us over and interviewing the teachers. Thank you to Ustaz Firdaus for letting us interview him even though he had a busy day. And that is all. Thank you, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.